I'm Chad Folsom. I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm 29 years old. I was born with a rare form of muscular dystrophy. The diagnosis is Scapular Peroneal Congenital Myopathy, type 1 predominance. It's more descriptive than it is an actual diagnosis. They understand nothing about it. I was born with it. When I was born, I had vertical talus. My feet were 90 degrees. My hip bones were all there, but they were all out of place. Through 6 surgeries for my feet, my legs, 7 altogether. They managed to hold me together and stuff, but I just I moved around a lot most of my life, and just about when I was about 11 years old is when I first had my experience with cannabis. And granted, I know it's kind of young, but from what I know now, I almost wish that there was ways when I was younger to administer it instead of the pills, and which I didn't do for the surgeries. A lot of that, I didn't take the pain pills after my operations, major orthopedic operations. I wouldn't be on anything.
You've been through quite a few operations.
Yes, 7.
7 operations.
Yeah, 6 before I was 5.
What kind of medications have you been on?
Everything under a doctor, everything but like the good stuff. So like I've been on naproxen, Lyrica, all those, nerve agents, nerve blockers, this, that, what is it, tramadol, the list goes on, Xanax. That wasn't even, I had so much trouble obtaining, for the doctors to care enough to try and help me. I wasn't ever trying to abuse the drugs. I was trying to get them to guide me. How do I deal with this? Because I can't live just without anything. And they always looked at me as a drug seeker. And so they would just throw these different pills at me that were, non-narcotic. And they didn't know. And I mean, combinations that I later read would kill you if you took them both together. And I mean, every pill under the sun. And I've tried pills on the streets, even, and the narcotics and stuff. And I always had an issue with the pills. Never worked, and I always knew, even from the first time, that there was something in cannabis, that it did something different to me that nothing else did. And so as I got older and into my late teens, I started learning the medical aspects of it and understanding, oh, this is what it's doing, this is why I feel good, and it's not hurting me. I can take as much as I want of this and it won't hurt me. And so then I started going to my doctors saying, because I was still pretty stupid at the time and thinking, I need pills, that's the answer, that will fix this, blah, blah, blah. Even though I knew it really wouldn't, I was just like, I'll just go the normal route that everybody does and take the pills and feel better, Prozac Nation. But I would go to the doctors, and from the get-go, no matter where I was, I would say I use cannabis, and that it's doing something for me, and that I'm able to eat, I'm able to sleep, I'm able to function every day, I'm able to be a productive member of society, I'm able for my mind to focus on something else other than my own body and its issues. And it was amazing. And most doctors fought it, and either don't talk about it, straight up tell me, dude, no, I don't want to talk about it in here, and very scared to, I had doctors drug testing me, saying, if you want to be on these pills, we're going to drug test you, because I told them I used cannabis. I thought you were supposed to be honest with your doctor and tell them everything you're doing, you know, but so I got to the point to where the last time I had pills, they had me on Xanax. After all these years, finally got sort of the right medicine that would have helped me, but the side effects were way too much. It wasn't the right pill for me exactly. It was too strong. It wasn't what I needed, and they didn't like the fact that I still used cannabis, and they knew it. And so they continued again to act as I was a drug seeker. And I said, no, I said, I'm done with the pills, and I said, I'm gonna stick to smoking cannabis like I do. And there is nothing else like cannabis.
Let me ask you a question. For you specifically, with your health condition, how does cannabis benefit you?
It calms my nerves from my symptoms of PTSD. I'm able to eat. I'm able to sleep comfortably. I'm able to be happier. I'm not depressed. I have a better outlook on life. Everything. It totally, I owe the plant everything. It changed my life.
So it has actually replaced the pharmaceuticals that you were taking?
Oh, completely. I had for years now. I have no need for pills. I'm solely dependent on cannabis for all my medical needs.
Any side effects?
No. The only side effect is my short-term memory sometimes. That's the only side effect. That's the only thing that annoys me, is that I'll have keys laying somewhere and I'll leave them in a pocket or something, and I'll be doing something else, and I'll be ready to go. Uh-oh, where's my keys? And then I have OCD, so then it's the search for the keys. But
it's a good trade-off, isn't it?
I from the addictions and the pukings, and I didn't have addiction to pills, but I could see it coming, but the sickness that from the pills. You're supposed to eat before you take your pills to feel better. I can't eat to take the pills to feel better. How is this supposed to work?
Oh.
I never understood it. But that's what cannabis always did, was cannabis made me, I was able to get out of bed. It gave me a reason to get out of bed. And I was able to feel good. And then I'd start feeling good enough and get to the point where, oh, now I'm feeling hungry. I don't have to force myself. I can actually enjoy this food. And I'm not trying to, so, yeah.
That's great, Chad.
Yeah.
It's a great interview.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.